Hey YouTube, what's up? It's El Shiza. Today we're going to be modding a PS3 controller so that your PS button, right there, PS button, will light up when you turn it on. You know, light up along with these little 4 blinking LEDs. Alright, so let's get to it. First thing to do, take those 5 screws off. Kind of hard to see. One right here, one right there, one right there, one right there, and one right there. Right? Okay, take them all out. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to do it myself, then I'll come right back. Alright, second step. Once you get all your 5 screws unscrewed, right, you need to lay them out, like, lay them out so you can have like a good representation of where they were. Alright, once you get that, you want to take this controller apart. You're going to squeeze really hard right here, okay? You can push down on it, right? Real hard, and you're going to need both hands to do it. So I'm going to sit on this, so you can get it in a good place. Sit down. Just push right down the middle. It's kind of tricky, but you can do it, I promise. Alright, one of my buttons fell out. It's the L1 button. So I'm just going to put it over here. And once you get that all apart, you're going to want to take all your buttons out of the front, or else they're just going to like fall in random places. One kind of important thing to note, you might break off a tab on one of these things. I've done it already, as you can see. There's one tab. Oh wait, the other one's gone. It's because I broke it off. I don't think it's a big deal, honestly. It doesn't look, I mean, it doesn't affect how you put the controller back together. There's the other two. Alright, sorry guys. I was just looking over the video I just taped, and I realized I forgot to mention you need supplies, obviously. This is some 22 gauge wire. Got it from Radio Shack. This is some solder. Yep, solder. Need that too. Solder that wire to your controller. You got some resistors here. 330 ohm. There it is. 330 ohm. And then you're gonna need a soldering gun. My Craftsman soldering gun. The lower wattage, really, the lower wattage, it might take a little longer, but at least you're not running as high a risk of melting your motherboard. Alright, so back to the controller part of it. Oh yeah, and you need an LED as well. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. You need an LED. Okay. So, oh yeah, 5mm or 3mm LEDs will work. So the second thing is, you see this screw right here? It's the silver thing on the camera. It's a screw though. It's right underneath your battery. You're going to want to just unscrew it. And the plastic piece on your controller will actually lower. Your the motherboard itself won't raise, but the plastic piece will lower. You'll hear a click like when the actual plastic piece drops. There it went right there. And then you want to take that and I put this screw right over here. A little tiny screw right there. And I'm just gonna lay it over there. Okay. So then what you're going to do, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. This little plastic piece, I've had the biggest problem losing this stupid thing. It's just a reset button, but I'm sure it's there for a reason, so I always try to take it out and remember to just set it over there. Okay. So then what you want to do, just pull this thing out of here. These things are in like little grooves, but if you just snap them out, it'll pop out fine. I mean, don't like violently snap it out. If you break your controller, that's not my fault. Okay. So pull that out of there. You're gonna want this plastic piece, or rubber rather. It's your start and select buttons, and your PS button actually. And then I'm gonna set that over there. And then you got a little rubber. Yours is gonna be a lot bigger than mine. But all you're gonna need is like some scissors to cut it down to size. Yeah, but it's gonna be, I mean, mine's really thin as you can see, because I already cut mine. Yours will probably be about that long in comparison to mine. It'll be shaped kind of like an ice cream cone. It's like a cloudy white, or a cloudy clear rather. So it's definitely not translucent though. Okay. so here's your sensor pad and everything. Now first, before you do anything, let's just take care of this. Just take out your battery, okay? Just take it out. All you gotta do, let's see if I can. Okay, all you gotta do is get a hold of this right here, the end piece, and then grab a hold of this and just kind of shimmy it out of there. If it's out, obviously you don't run the risk of short-circuiting your board unless you solder something wrong. If you solder something wrong, then yes, you can still short-circuit it once you put the battery back in. Okay, so this is your sensor pad. You're going to want to take the sensor pad off of there. It doesn't seem like it's necessary at first, but trust me, once you get to soldering, you'll be thanking me that you did this. Okay, so you're going to want to just pop this off of here. This is your plastic pipe piece. This thing has a little cord attached to it. You know what? Let's pop these analog sticks off here. You just pull the analog sticks up, they'll pop off. And, 1, 2. Just pull them up, they'll pop right off. Okay. So I'm going to take this out of there. Okay, you got a little wire right here. If you just lightly tug on this wire, it'll come off. I mean, don't like freaking try to rip it out. So there's a plastic piece. Okay. And here's your sensor pad right here. And okay, you're left with your naked motherboard. Well, other than the battery clip. Oh, one of mine fell off. That's a battery clip. They'll fall off of there sometimes. That's where it goes. Okay. You can see my LED's already on there, but you can see where I located mine. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your 22 gauge wire right here. Take the 22 gauge wire. Make a short piece that follows from your lead. It's going to be on your lead for your positive is the closest leg to the analog stick off of this white box right here. See this white box? The closest leg that comes off of there to the analog stick. Okay, make sure it's off the white box. If you do it off of anything else, you're going to jack your controller up and you're going to be trying to play it and it's going to do something funny and melt in your hands. Okay, so anyways, the point is, take this lead. Okay, it's going to be the red wire, which is right there. Take it down, connect it to your resistor, 330 ohm resistor. Got my Radio Shack. Take it to your LED, either 5mm or 3mm LED. 3mm is not as bright, but it's easier to fit in there. Mine's 5. You can still fit it in there, so it's a little bit more of a bear. Okay, then you're gonna solder that your LED, the negative end, to this negative wire, and you're gonna ground it. It's kind of hard to see, but this is the number 5 hole. It says 5 right next to it. It's the left side. Okay, so closest to your analog stick on 5. Number 5 right there. Okay, I'll take a picture of it and put it up there so you can see it a little better. This camera doesn't like to film stuff. Okay, so once you solder all that crap, what you're going to want to do is make sure it's working first off. Okay, so you're going to solder it all back together, and once you solder it, take your battery and just go ahead and connect it again. This is after you solder it, okay? No reason to do this before you solder it. Okay. You're going to want to take your sensor pad, because there's no way your controller's going to turn on unless you have your sensor pad. Well, yeah, you can plug it into a USB, that would work too. But this can be kind of a booger, just be patient with it. Because if you try to break it, then that's exactly what you'll do. You'll break your controller. Okay, you can take this rubber thing right here. This is an easy way to turn it on, guys. All you gotta do is hold on both sides of here and turn it on. And my LED is flashing very brightly.